Hey everybody, it is November 7th, 2023. So, as of 2 days ago, I've been doing my vlog for August to September, so about 3 months. Wow, I didn't want to do this in the first place because I didn't think I'd have anything to talk about. And here it is, 3 months. That's kind of exciting. Um, well, the one thing I want to start off by saying is that there was a counteroffer from the AMPTP that it was like their last and final offer given to SAG, and SAG did not take it because I believe they're still arguing about the AI thing. That's what I read. I don't know all the details, but I just know that they are arguing about the AI. And I think what they want is they still want to be able to scan actors and use them. I think they want to pay them once, but not pay them residuals. So they want to use them over and over again in perpetuity, but not pay them. So they take away their royalties. And then I believe they also want to do the same with them about scanning actors that had passed away and not getting permission from their estates and not paying them. So these AI thing, it's just like the hill they want to fucking die on. It's so stupid. These production companies got to let it go. But because there's been no work has been really slow. I've been lucky with some work, but it hasn't been, big stuff or anything. But I actually just lost my health insurance. So I got to get on Covered California this week. But I had insurance through the film industry and work. And sadly, as of November 1st, I lost it. I just found out when I got home. So there's that. Just another byproduct of this damn strike. Now, I'm all for it. I understand how important it is. But I am very frustrated because it's affecting not just me, but everybody's livelihood. And this shit's just getting so old. I wish these damn production companies these big studios would just get off their bullshit and actually just care about people. I don't understand why I just don't understand why you just can't care about people. It's like, I get money's the most important thing, but it's like, how can these people be so heartless? I mean, these producers make millions. We're not, if not more, and we're not asking for anything, hardly anything. We want hundreds, maybe, compared to it's like it is so damn heartbreaking. So I don't have insurance, and it sucks because it's right before the holidays, so I got to figure that out. So I'll be doing that this week. Yeah, and I had a good productive day today, which was nice because I woke up after being gone on vacation, so I had a very productive day. Got a lot of stuff done. I was on the phone all morning, working on a few projects that I'm trying to do. In the meantime, it's always something to do. It's all good stuff. It's just just trying to stay creative and productive while the industry's basically shut down, and even shuts down more during the holidays. So I basically now would go into my stress period. So I'm always stressed out during the holidays. Especially this year because work it was so slow at the beginning of the year because people were terrified about the strike because it was sort of impending. So it felt like work was slow, and then I did pick up for a while, and then the strike did happen. So everything stopped, and then it picked up again because of the interim agreement, but it's just been so crazy. So knock on wood that something happens soon. I also have to say this, and I did it in an earlier vlog, and I mentioned in that vlog that I do not know enough about everything in the Gaza Strip. I mentioned that, and I just need to say this. In my previous vlog, I had mentioned support for Israel, but I did not mention support for the Palestinians, and that was my bad, but it's not because I don't want to appear insensitive. I just don't understand enough about the situation in the Gaza Strip, and so I just came off as I'm uninformed. But over the last couple of weeks, I guess, just with everything going on, I'm paying attention, and so I do realize that I believe the Gaza Strip has both Palestinians and Israel's. But I digress. The thing is they're both. Everybody's getting. There's so many innocent civilians and people getting murdered and slaughtered, and it's just the most heartbreaking thing. And we're already dealing with that in the Ukraine, and that's so heartbreaking. So I mentioned this before that I don't understand why we have to have war. I just don't get it. Um, you would think it's, I mean, I love horror movies, but I don't like violence. And people are always weirded out by that. But horror movies aren't real, right? And a lot of people find horror movies cathartic because, it's like you sort of release your frustrations. It's like, think about it like this. When you're going through a breakup and you listen to sad music and you watch sad breakup movies and stuff like that, or romantic comedies, you sort of are releasing a lot of those frustrations. And that's sort of, I think, what horror does. So, um, it's just one of those things. And so what, everything that's happening there is just so heartbreaking. And I feel like in my previous post about it, I probably came off as insensitive, and that was not my intention. Again, I mentioned I don't know enough about that. And it was all preliminary, and I was just hearing things, and I was trying to show how supportive I was and how frustrated I am about the situation. And I may have come off as insensitive, and I do apologize for that. That was never my intention. But I do know both that there are people on both sides that are losing innocent civilians, and that is unacceptable. And I really hope that the situation can be resolved soon. Both wars, actually, within Ukraine and the Gaza Strip, because I just don't know if it's going to escalate. I just don't know. It's very scary right now, and I'm nervous. I don't have family and friends there. I don't have friends that I'm aware of. I definitely don't have family, but I don't know about any friends. So I'm lucky enough to be removed from both of those situations. But I know that there are people who do have friends and family there, and are just nervous and terrified, and they have every right to be, because these both happened so suddenly, and it's just so many innocent people. So I just wanted to say that. Um, yeah, okay, so I have that. Those are all the things I really want to talk about. Just don't have insurance right now, and war sucks. But it's a Tuesday, and the winds are back. So here's the weird thing. I remember I flew back in yesterday afternoon, and as I was leaving San Francisco, it was raining. Not like torrential rains, but it was raining. It was very lovely. I land here in LA, and the very first thing that pops up on my phone is fire warnings. So we have dry dry weather with the winds again. So the winds picked up like they did, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, if that. And they're supposed to last for a couple of days. And then it might rain. I don't know. It's so weird. We have like the weirdest weather, but it's such a warm November. Like, it's usually like not cold, but I don't usually feel like it's this warm. So it is interesting, our weather right now. And I know I talk about weather a lot, but I'm just intrigued about, like, the Midwest right now has snow. Like where my sister lives, they have snow. And I was in the same state, just 300 miles away, and it's raining. But here, sunny and windy. So I'm telling you, California is two states. Maybe like it's just once you go, like, it's just like it's so different how because it's such a big state. Like, people don't realize how long California is. Like, it's so long. And I was sitting in when I was in San Francisco, I was wine tasting in this little wine. It was really nice. And I was talking to this couple. They were from Canada, but like they're in the Midwest. So they were, I'm really bad. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get it wrong. But anyways, they were sort of in the middle. And we were talking about California, and they said, "Oh, we should go to LA." And I was like, "Well, LA isn't as close as you think." I said, "California is a really, really, really long state." And I said, "From San Francisco to LA, it's a 6 hour drive." They're like, "Oh, really?" And I go, "Yeah, it's not a day trip. It's like a 6 hour drive. It takes, same distance I mean, you could do it in a day, but like you couldn't go up to San Francisco in the morning and be home in the evening, because half the day is driving. So it's not like a day trip. But then San Francisco is really only like halfway from the state. Because I was showing them on a map, and I go, "Look, we're like, LA's here, and it's still another 2 hours to get to the border of Mexico. So, 2.5 hours." I said, "So here's LA, and then like San Francisco's 6 hours away, and you're just on the Bay Area. There's still like another maybe 6 hours, if not more, to get up to the top, before you hit the Oregon border. But then San Francisco's on the coast, so it's another like probably 5 hours that way. It's like such an interesting state. People don't realize how long it is. So I do find that quite interesting sometimes, that people don't realize how long the state is. So it is interesting that, like, again, it feels like two states sometimes, because like the weather was so vastly different, but I was in the same state. I was in the same time zone, same state. I never left the state. So, It's not. I mean, you could get on a plane from like Arizona and fly an hour in either direction. You wouldn't be in the same state. I think you could only do that with also maybe with like Florida. You could probably do that. Texas, because it's such a that's our biggest state. You could do that with Alaska because it's such a big state. But other states, really, if you fly an hour, you're pretty much not in that state anymore. You know, so you know, yeah. So very interesting, right? Such geography so strange, but um, anyways, just chilling. I don't have much planned this week. It seems like I have like movie screenings and I have a few phone calls and meetings and stuff. So I definitely seem like I'm having a quite productive week in regards of trying to get projects off the ground, but like work wise, not too much until next week. So want to stay productive as much as I can. So I will be with Ryan tomorrow. We're going to a screening of a movie. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do my vlog from there tomorrow, so we can see me hanging out with Ryan. I'm also gonna see Ryan. I'm gonna see Ryan like 3 times this week because we have a screening tomorrow night, and then Friday we're having his birthday party because his birthday's on Monday. So we're having his birthday party on Friday, and then he and I are going to another screening again on Sunday. So Ryan and I, it's like the Michael and Ryan weekend this weekend. So that'll be a lot of fun little video vlogs and stuff for you guys. So again, congratulations to Tom and Lydia with little Alfie. I'm really really excited. I cannot wait until I get to London one day and meet up with Tom because he's such a hoot. I get such a kick out of his videos, and I bet he's just like the funnest person to grab a beer with. So hopefully, Tom, we could grab a beer soon. I know you're busy these days now because you're a father, but we'll make it happen. Anyways, I hope everybody has a really good Tuesday. It's so weird. It gets dark at 5 o'clock now, and so like by 5 o'clock, I'm just like, all right, it's time to put my jammies on and like just chill. So like I was productive today, and then I'm telling you, I stopped to get like a little bit of dinner, and I was like, oh, it's dark. I'm just done. I went to bed. Not like I go to bed, but it's like you just feel so unproductive, especially like the first couple of weeks after the time change. You just feel so like I'm tired by like 7 or 8 because it's like been dark and it's like I'm just chilling. So the time change is the weirdest thing. I don't know if other countries do it, but and I know there's like maybe 2 states in our whole country that don't do it, but it's such a weird thing. For some reason, I thought we voted against not having it, and yet still every 6 months I'm changing my clock. So, anyways, still interesting how we're getting darker earlier, and it feels like fall, but it doesn't feel like fall weather here. So, go figure. All right, everybody, enjoy your Tuesday. Hopefully, I will have good news in the future. I do hope that good things are happening. So I'm adjusting my phone. I do hope that good things are happening. I want this year kind of sucked. This year sucks so bad. So I am hopeful that I've set in enough work, laying the groundwork on projects that going into 2024, once the strike is over, that I could just run out of the gate full steam ahead. That's what I'm hoping for and praying for. Um, right after the holidays, it'll be my mom's 1 year anniversary of her passing, and then I think I'll be much more. I mean, the first year was the hardest, but I feel like, and it just feel like, and everything kind of stopped with the industry. So I'm hoping that like coming into the new year, I will have a better sense of self and like everything and be healed, and I can come in full force and have a very great and successful year because I have a lot of great friends that I'd love to work with, and I always want to be one of those people that employ my friends, and I also create great art. So that's hopefully something I can do. And look, you guys get to be along with me on my journey, so that's even better. So, all right, well, thanks for listening to my silly vlogs all the time. I really, really appreciate you guys. Again, have a great Tuesday. I will tell you, for some weird reason, I thought it was Monday all day. I couldn't figure out why. It was Tuesday, and I forgot it's because I flew home on Monday, so I stayed over. Because sometimes if I travel for the weekend, I don't like traveling on the busy days. So I try to travel on like the less busy days usually during the week. So, which is usually like Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the best days to travel. So cheaper airlines, cheaper airfares and stuff, and usually less crowded. And like when I was sitting in the Delta Lounge, it was all people traveling for work. I think That's always kind of cool. I love traveling for work. So, all right. Well, that pretty much sums up everything in my day so far. So, hope everybody having a great day. And yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, everybody. Take care.